Welcome back to the War Room. Today we have Death or Dishonor, created by My Little Vice's Workshop, which I will have in the link below. Here you guys are seeing the Su-57, one of their newer models that they just recently added. Really good looking detail and graphics. I mean, I feel like this is something you would see in Broken Arrow. So without further ado, we're going to show off a match between the 31st Air Assault Brigade and the 3rd Tank Brigade, Ukraine versus Russia. So here's the new coastal map named Kliv. As you guys can see, there is a large urban area here, as well as some cities. You see some high-rise buildings there. Overall, there is quite a few zones to capture. Here you're seeing 3 here, 3 in the middle here, as well as 3 on the left. So this is going to be a 3v3. We're going to be going against Russians versus Ukrainians. And today we're going to show you guys how to defeat a flanking maneuver where the enemy actually ends up flanking us here on the right-hand side, and we end up breaking that apart and causing that to be to our advantage. So without further ado, let's get started. So here we have BTR-4s, a very famous Ukrainian unit that has a lot of really interesting capabilities, and it can smoke its positions as well. It's not super heavily armored, but it does have some anti-tank missiles, as well as some pretty high caliber rounds. It's a really good infantry support vehicle that can take out some medium armored and even tanks. Some anti-air systems here. Of course, you're going to see the classic old Soviet style trucks. You see some T-64s, an Oplot, and some Gepards. So a good mixture of different things going on here. So we did go tank heavy in the beginning with some good anti-air as well. Another really cool thing here is that there's UAVs, drones that you can use for reconnaissance, which are really good for protecting large areas. You can actually put these in safe locations so that they're not shut down by anti-air or man-pad systems. And you will be much better off when you call in a FrogFoot, for example, to hit enemies that overextend. And there you go, you guys are actually seeing some anti-air trying to hit the drone. So you do have to be careful about your placement there. It's probably going to hit there. Yep, it does. And there goes the drone. So you see that the enemy gets to the urban area and the cities way faster than we do, so we didn't really even attempt to go over there. But we did focus on just controlling this middle area here. So here we have the Su-27. So the Ukrainians don't have any F-16s in this battle, unfortunately. You guys are seeing some anti-air already. So here we have the Russian amphibious tank turning its back to us, which isn't good. Or getting broadsided there. There you go. And that was a shot from the Oplot. Like seeing that Ukrainian symbol there. You guys see there's some long-range engagements going on between the BMD-2 and our Oplot. BMD-2 is retreating. And there you go, the Oplot ended up tagging it right before the enemy escaped over the hill. So here we have some Russian infantry going up against a T-64. You guys see some of the new skins for the Russians. Do look pretty accurate. Wow. It doesn't look fun. Last man standing. Very accurate on the tanks there. Su-24 dropping a Storm Shadow missile on top of the tanks there. You guys see the missile right there. Looks pretty cool. And if you pay attention closely, you could actually see there's things written on there on the missile. The British flag. There you go. The Russians are in hot pursuit. And that was a MiG-29 that shot it down. But let's see if we can shoot it down too, and we do. Very nice. Good trades. So as you guys can see, the enemy is firmly has a hold on the right-hand side there, and they're starting to push up units along these roads here, which wouldn't be good because it's one of our major deployment zones, and the enemy is starting to encroach on us. So we definitely need to start being proactive and eliminate that. But we do hold the center. Primarily, we hold 2 of the zones, and we need to work on capturing the 3rd, which you guys see we are starting operations here with BTRs. I'm going to see a Storm Shadow missile hopefully deploy there. Maybe not yet. It is getting shot at. It's probably going to bug out of there. But you guys see we're pushing up some infantry. We have some T-64s, some Gepards. We're pushing up plenty of anti-air. I learned the hard way. The Russians have the Ka-52 helicopters that are really, really punishing when it comes to taking out tanks and other things like that. Su-25, they're actually nailed one of our T-64s from really far away, actually. That was very impressive. See our Gepard engaging one of their recon helicopters there. Very nice. And that's a really good rapid anti-air system that can take out helicopters, especially the Ka-52s. But we do have some long range as well to support. You guys see we have quite a few actually, but we're pushing up infantry as well as quite a few tanks. We have the Oplat up there. Oplat is retreating. It's out of missiles. Needs to go and resupply to be, you know, as battle effective as possible. Do love the antenna sticking up there. I actually have a really cool Lego version of this tank. It's pretty awesome looking. Unfortunately, in real life, Ukraine doesn't really use these. This is one of their best modern main battle tanks, very capable, but we don't really know if it's ever seen combat. It's really more of a show pony right now, kind of like the T-14. But due to the war, they haven't really been able to mass produce these. I think they were sold to some countries, but really don't know how tough its metal really is. Cool looking for sure, though. See another helicopter being taken out here. So these guys are pushing up onto this town. This is a contested zone here. And already we're seeing some long range engagements going on here with the T-64. And that's another nice thing about the Oplat, that main gun you guys are seeing there. Pretty heavy. Got hit already there. It needs to turn forward to not get broadsided. Seeing a lot of Russian aircraft out there. And both of them were actually shot down. Looks like the tanks are having quite a bit of success in this town, though. Although I will say going in a town with without infantry support going into a town like this is very dangerous. But there you go. You guys are seeing some rocket system come in. And actually, I think this is a friendly fire. Danger close right here. Yeah, this guy's getting just nailed right now. Not sure by what, though. There you go. Man, this is crazy. FrogFoot right there. Gonna get shot down, I think. Very nice. So you guys can tell there's a lot of operations going on right here. But we are in the zone. Su-27, I think. Artillery dropping. We're pushing up. Here's the Ukrainian infantry. So you guys see the new skins there. Looks very cool. And they're running into the town there. Let's watch some of these missiles drop from our grads. Not really hitting their mark, but definitely causing this big infantry deployment here by the Russians with their Conquerors and just regular infantry. Kind of redeploy somewhere else. Good way to get them out of there. But they are getting hit. Some artillery there. Probably not the best tactic to be rushing open field like this. I mean, They're pushing towards this town because they're trying to recapture this territory. But there you go. Drawn fire from tanks. And, man, these guys are brave. Yep. They're already routed, running away. Should be. I would be. That's crazy. SPA Varta's infantry fighting vehicles are pretty good at taking out infantry. And they're getting hit with tanks. And there you go. You guys can see that we hold this middle zone now. So now we hold Charlie. And you guys are seeing that the enemy has completely broken through here. But we are using our FrogFoots, kind of like A10s. Seeing the ground fire off there. Man, look at how much ordnance that thing could carry. But this is what I was telling you guys. If you pop up a drone, you can actually use it to find these guys and eliminate them. But you guys see the enemy has popped through here on the right side. I mean, they have quite a few tanks coming in here. T90M looks like a T90M right there. And you guys see they're pushing up into the open field, trying to hold this area here. Our friendly's resupply point is very vulnerable right now, and you guys are seeing artillery drop right there. So we need to stop these guys as soon as we can. Here's the grad. And it looks like we just destroyed a command helicopter there. Very nice. Yeah, a lot of stuff was hit there. I would say a significant amount. There you go. Su-25 came in there. Got rid of 2 infantry units. Even though our territorial defense units are getting pushed back right there. Pretty heavy because they got tanks and some BMP-2s. I don't know if that guy's going to make it out. Probably not. I mean, pretty long range there, actually, you guys are seeing. Seeing their infantry unload. Facing the wrong way, sir. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was epic. You guys see that Su-24 drop the Storm Shadow missile. Seeing another one drop there. Very nice. Very accurate. We have Su-34 seed in response. Trying to take out the Su-24s. You guys see there's a lot going on there. I mean, just look how many aircraft are out here today. Popping flares. You're seeing a response. So we have 3 Su-27s and 1 Su-24. And now you guys are seeing us actually push up and fight against the enemy. There's a T-64 command tank out there. I believe that's our allies' tank that just got destroyed there. Another T-64 going to be deployed. You guys see we're doing a small build-up here to protect this fob. And we're starting to build up here as well, just a little bit. You guys see this wood line. Building up some troops. Some BTR-4s so that we can push on this territory right here, which we will take for sure. And right now the enemy does have a +2. They're beating us pretty good. It's 97 to 770 or so. But I think we firmly control this area here, and we're starting to, you guys will see us, we're starting to push up our tanks up here just to have that long range capability and to push out any advances in this open area. Oh, there you go. Su-34 almost got taken out. Not looking good. That Su-35S took out one of our aircrafts. So we'll push up some BTR-4s to support the Oplots. So you guys see this Javelin squad unit we have. They can shoot up to 2,400 meters. and it has top attack as well. So this was interesting right here. We actually had the enemy break through right here. They kind of snuck right through this corridor right here. Su-24 dropped munitions there, right on top of the tank. So you guys see them pushing up. There you go, there's another one. Looks like it missed though. Routed the tank. Let's see how we deal with this little incursion here. Wow, it's very far away. Very nice though. Enemies hitting the infantry there with the grads. So the enemy has successfully broken into Bravo, so we need to deal with this, and hopefully we will. Because right now we're kind of getting flanked on both sides, almost like a pincer maneuver. But you guys see we are pushing back. We're pushing up some tanks, kind of stop this trickle right here because they were building up and they were pushing out. So we were kind of stopping that. They don't have a lot of air defense. There you go. You got a T-64 and a BTR-4. Just take out the enemy's tank there. See the smoke. And we have our own artillery coming in. Right on top of the Gvozdika. Bomb drop there on the infantry. About to eliminate that Gvozdika. I think we will. Tank might get hit too. Oof. Very nice. That was a good hit. I don't know what this is the second time our ally has pushed up their T-64 like that. Right to the wood line. Not a good idea. Not sure why they're pushing up command. I mean, you see they're deploying stuff from there. But it seems like we have finally controlled this little leak. And you guys are seeing us finally actually push up on the enemy here. And we do have a +2 finally. You see us smoking before we run in with the infantry. Ukrainians smoke the position that they are assaulting so they can have some cover. I can only imagine how eerie this would feel to run through a massive thing of smoke. And potentially, you know, the enemy could start just firing into the smoke, not even knowing where you are. That would be even more eerie. But the good thing is these guys can run through trees, so I don't know if bullets should even affect them. Russians engaging Ukrainians. So you guys did see a brief firefight, and now we have a foothold into the enemy's territory. If you guys are new to WARNO, these little zones right here, this is India, tells you how much points they're worth, and that's what you get on the +2, +1, +3, whatever you're going to have. So we just took this area essentially. Pushing up some tanks as well here. You guys see we have a BMP-1, a T-64, some BTR, so good mixture of things. We do have some anti-air, not as much as we would like, and we have this nice UAV here that's, you know, they fly around, they can see quite a bit. So now we're kind of turning this little flank against them, which is really good for us. So we kind of poke through right here, pretty much eliminating that, and that actually opens up a road for us to come this way. And so maybe that's what we'll do, is we'll keep pushing this direction and cut this large force off right here on the right hand side. So we're having success there, and these guys are kind of trapped. They don't have enough, I don't think. There you go, nice. Storm Shadow probably gonna hit again. UAV got taken out. They did have eyes on. Let's see if this Storm Shadow missile will hit the tank, or will he get taken out by this anti-air. Now this guy's actually out of ammo, so he can't even shoot at the Su-24, but there you go, Su-35. Su-35 just took out the Su-24. All right, so we're starting to see quite a bit of success. Let's go look at our left flank here. There's quite a bit of combat going on. Seems like there's still one more zone that needs to be captured, and the enemy does have a foothold into their territory there. I wouldn't say they have superiority, but they do have some tanks that need to be fixed up, some anti-air. They have a good mixture of things, but the enemy did continue to trickle through here, which was pretty annoying. But you guys see we already got rid of them from Bravo. We have good air defense, so the Russians can't really use their air force to bomb us or whatever. So we do have a nice +4, which is lovely. So you kind of see the Russians pushing up a lot of infantry with their BMP-2s, but nothing so dominant that would scare us. We have actually 4 of these Su-24s coming in. There's 2 behind them too. You guys see 2 right there as well, dropping bombs. Seems like the Russians aren't resupplying their air defense systems, because right now the Ukrainians have actually air superiority. But there you go, you guys see them popping off their fighter jets. So this is a pair of Su-35s. And they were chasing after the Su-24s. There you go. Shots fired. Let's see if he hit it. Very nice hit there. Oh yeah, he's popping off a lot of missiles. He's going to get them, I'm for sure, I think. Yeah. But he might get shot down himself. There you go, he got that. Su-24. But he took himself out in the process. Su-34 coming in here. There you go, you saw some anti-air already engaging it. Got a lot going on here. Su-57 bomber here. Got quite a damaged quite a bit, but it did escape. First time we actually saw one. The Oplot's hard at work here. These tanks are really good. I love seeing the ricochets there. So you guys see we're poking through here. You know, we've broken through that side there. Next to Delta, we're breaking through as well, causing the enemy a lot of problems. We're cutting off significant roads that have to do with resupply. If you cut off these main roads right here, this one and this one, going to give them a lot of problems. There you go, tank got hit. Su-27's being active. But the Russian Air Force hasn't really taken a break here. As you guys see, there's a lot of aircraft that are popped up with in pairs, so that's pretty cool to see. Just pretty realistic. Holding Alpha, he just needs to put a command unit there. I don't see a single enemy unit, so that's really good. So the enemy's losing the initiative almost all across the battlefield. T-64's here, engaging the enemy across the lake. You guys see we're slowly pushing up here to try to capture this airfield. Storm Shadow missiles being fired constantly at the enemy. The Russians are very careful with their Su-57s. They pop them out and then they immediately retreat them whenever they're in danger of getting shot at. There you go, you saw a missile very, very close by the Su-57. A beautiful aircraft, though. We haven't capped the zone, but we already have a +6. The point is we threaten these resupply roads, and that's what's really important. It's actually, believe it or not, in even modern day strategy, that's very important. If you can cut off significant resupply routes to the enemy, that's really good. So there you go. The first Su-57 was shot down. Yep. Really curious to see if this guy survives. I mean, look how damaged that Su-27 is. But this guy took out a Su-57, so he's got a lot to be proud about. And he did get out. Curious to see if they do anything with this Su-57. So there you go. They did shoot something. Wow. Seeing a lot of combat going on here. So he tried to hit something but wasn't successful. So you kind of see the enemies having a hard time resupplying this area. I have a bunch of stranded units there on the left-hand side. And these guys are just jammed here, kind of like a traffic jam, because we're pushing up all of our, tanks and anti-air and everything. So they're just having a hard time, basically resupplying any area. So there you go, gentlemen. You guys are seeing how we broke that flank that they had. And it's was done successfully. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that match. Saw some of the new units that are pretty cool, the BTR4s and Gepards, and obviously the Oplot, the T90M, the different Su-57, 35, some Javelin units. So this mod has a lot of potential. I think it's really fun. Obviously, it's going to take quite a bit of time for them to replace all the different unit models and whatnot. Hopefully there's going to be more drones, because I think that would really make WARNO a really interesting game for sure. Well, hopefully you guys enjoy this content and a showcase of all the different units. Great mod. Link will be below. As always, your guys' engagement, subscribing, liking, sharing is huge for the growth of this channel. We do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and take care.